Hello everybody, welcome to Lunenburg Public Library's Alfresco Story Time. Beautiful snowy day today, which makes it a good time to read some more winter stories. But let's start out, as we always do with our story times, by singing our welcome song, our hello song. All right, and this is one where we do the signs for hello and friend, for this one. And it's time, I happen to have a watch, but you can just point to your wrist to say hello. All right, ready? Hello, friends. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. It's time to say hello. So hello, everybody. Good to see you. Before we read our stories, let's let our friend out of his home here. Mr. Fresco, he's going to come join us for story time today. Do you like that snow, Mr. Fresco? Yeah, it's coming down pretty good out there right now. This is a Tuesday afternoon, so it's gonna look a little bit more like winter in New England. So here, why don't you sit right here and you can listen to our stories. The first story I have to read to you today is called 10 on a Sled, and Kim Norman wrote this story, and Lisa Woodruff did the pictures, and the pictures are really cute. I have a little visual to go along with it, and all the animals that are going for a ride on this sled. Do you know what they call that? Great big sled like this that multiple people can ride on? It's a toboggan. So that is one full toboggan. Okay. On a sunlit night neath the snowy moon, there was one on the sled, then two, but soon, guess what's going to happen? All these animals are coming to check this out. Looks like fun. They're going to want to join. There were 10 on the sled, and the caribou said, "Slip over, slide over." So they all slid over, but uh-oh, seal spilled out. Here's the seal. Oh no, there he goes. Whoops. Gonna fall out, land in the snow. Now, there are 9 on the sled. Look how fast that sled's going, yikes. And the caribou said, "It's snowing, get going." So they all got going, but Hare hopped out. There goes the hare. Here he is, right here. Whoop. Now there's 8 on the sled, and the caribou said, "Oh, it's slicker, go quicker." So they all went quicker. But Sheep shot out. Where's our friend, Mr. Sheep? There he is. Whoa, look out for those horns. Whoa. No seatbelts on a toboggan. There were 7 on the sled, and the caribou said, "Oh, we're gliding, keep riding." So they all kept riding, but Walrus, that's hard to say, Walrus whirled out. Let's see, where's our friend, the walrus? How would you whirl? Like this, I guess, huh? There he goes. Can you say that? Walrus. Walrus is a hard word to say. Wheeled out. Now there's 6 on the sled, and the caribou said, "Ah, we're lighter, hold tighter." So they all held tighter, but Fox still slipped out. Oh dear. There he is. Goodbye, Mr. Fox. Sorry. You know what I like? The expression on their faces. It's getting lighter, which means the toboggan's going to go faster. They're looking a little anxious about it. Oh my. There were 5 on the sled, and the caribou said, "Oh, great thunder, duck under." Do you see what they're going under? Yeah, tree. Yikes. So they all ducked under, but Squirrel squeezed out. There he is. Whoop. How many on the sled now? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, 4 on the sled. And the caribou said, "They're chasing, keep racing." So they all kept racing, but Wolf wiped out. Do you see what's happened? How the other animals kept rolling down the hill, and they made a great big huge snowball. Yikes. There were 3 on the sled, and the caribou said, "They're winning, no spinning." So they all quit spinning, but Moose muddled out. Goodbye, Moose. Oh dear. Now there's 2 on the sled, and the caribou said, "Keep trying, we're flying." So they both kept flying till Bear bailed out. Goodbye, see you later. No, just Mr. Caribou here all by himself. Do you know what a caribou is? It's a member of the reindeer family. There was 1 on the sled, and that caribou said, "Aw, I'm lonely, and I'm chilled to the bone. A reindeer likes flying, but never alone." So, 1 through 10 all leapt on again for one more run and a little more fun in the moonlight lit land of the midnight sun. So let's put them all back. There comes a seal. Squirrel, we'll put him up here, the caribou, and our friend Mr. Wolf, and the hare. And watch out there for those horns that he has. There's the walrus, and the fox. Mr. Moose up here in the back, and room right here for the polar bear. So everybody's back on the sled for another run. Does that look like fun? They all look happy at the beginning of the run. Can you see their faces? It's a little hairy scary, as they say. And it's kind of like what's going on outside our window right now with all those snowflakes. All right, well, I hope you like that story that Kim Norman wrote for you. All these great critters riding on a sled. It's kind of fun to think about animals having fun like this. I don't think they get to do that much. I think their winters are spent searching for food. I have another story to share with you today, and it's called A Loud Winter's Nap. Oh dear, I can see a turtle. Do you know what turtles usually do in the winter? They usually burrow down in the mud, and their body shuts way down. The heart's beating 1 or 2 times a minute, and they go to sleep. They hibernate. Let's see what happens with this turtle. Katie Hudson wrote this story for you. Here's the tortoise here. Looks like he's getting a little sleepy, and he's reading a book that's called The Tortoise Guy to Napping. Tortoise had just snuggled in for his long winter nap. And there he is. I'm not exactly sure that's how it happens, but that's a cute picture. It says, "Do not disturb until spring." When tweet, 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 tweet. "Hello there, Tortoise," chirped Robin. "Would you like to join our singing class?" "No," grumbled Tortoise. "I was trying to sleep. Tortoises don't like winter." "Oh my goodness, why not?" chirped Robin. "Well, they just don't," said Tortoise, and he packed up and left in search of a quieter home. He was trying to have his winter nap right here near Robin's winter singing class. See, that didn't work out very well. Tortoise snuggled down in his new bed. He was just about to close his eyes when... "Hey, Tortoise, would you like to make some ice sculptures with me?" asked Rabbit. "Oh, no," groaned Tortoise. "I was trying to sleep. Tortoises don't like winter." "Why not?" asked Rabbit. "Well, they just don't," said Tortoise. And so he packed up again. Goodness, that rabbit's pretty good. He's got some interesting ice sculptures going on here that he's making. Tortoise trudged through the snow and found a new napping spot. And again, Tortoise snuggled down in his new bed. He's got a little hammock between trees. He was just about to close his eyes when, oh no, what do you think is going to happen next? Oh no. Thud. "Hey, Tortoise, would you like to play in our snowball fight?" asked Squirrel. "Oh," said Tortoise angrily, "I'm trying to sleep. Tortoises don't like winter." "Why not?" asked Squirrel. "They just don't," groaned Tortoise. Well, I guess you can't blame him. I'm going to get a snowball right in the face. Nobody likes that. "Why would anyone want to stay awake for winter?" grumbled Tortoise. He was tired and cold, and he needed to find a quieter place to sleep. Tortoise decided to move to higher ground. As you can see, he got a ladder, made a bed right up there on the branch of the tree. Still got his sign that says, "Do not disturb until spring." Again, Tortoise snuggled down in his new bed, just about to close his eyes when... What do you think is going to bother him next? Let's see. Boing, 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 boing. Shh. "Oh no," cried Tortoise. Oh dear. What do you think happened? There's a lot of bouncing and jumbling going around here. I don't know. Kerplunk. Oh dear. Do you know who this is? That's Mr. Beaver. Do you know what they do? They cut down trees. "Oh, I do not like winter," said Tortoise. Oh, another clue as to what's going to happen in the story. It says right here, Sled construction site. Do you know what that means? Yep, I think Beaver's going to help to build a sled. Oh, it's got one started right here. Looks a little bit like a toboggan over there. Tortoise hiked up a big snowy hill. Behind a small tree, Tortoise found a flat piece of wood. It was perfect for napping until spring. He snuggled down in his new bed, and he was just about to go to sleep. Now, why don't you take a close look? What did he find for a bed? Can you see? Yeah. He looks like he's going to nap on a sled. Uh-oh. Oh no. Whoosh! His nice flat wooden bed headed off down the hill. Look at poor Tortoise's face. Ah! As Tortoise whizzed along, he really couldn't help but smiling. "Aw, this is cool. Maybe winter's not so bad after all," he thought. Do you like to go sledding like that down a big hill? Go really fast? Tortoise should have his helmet on though. As he flew off his sled and through the air, he couldn't help giggling. Maybe winter is more than just cold and snow, he thought. Got some other options here. Do you know what this says? Ice skating. Ooh, do you have skates? Do you like to skate? I do. Not much skating this time of year, at least outside anyway. Oh, but look at that. He doesn't need ice skates. "Whee!" he says, as he slid across the ice, and he realized that he had been wrong. That does look like fun. That night, Tortoise skated and slid and spun with his friends late into the night, and he wasn't tired or cold. He is having a wonderful time with his friends. Maybe some tortoises could like winter after all. See, they found a nice warm place to snuggle in with their comfy blankets. Like Rabbit has a blanket that has carrots all over it, of course. It's cute. Cute pictures in this book. Okay, well I have a craft to show you, so if you hang in there, we'll get things ready and then show you what we have for an activity for you to do this week. If you'd like to pick up a craft kit, make sure that you email me here at the library. You can call and arrange for a time for your family to come by and pick one up. My email is dlafond@cwmars.org. If you go on the website, you'll see it. Okay, so hold on, I'm going to show you a craft. Hi everybody, I'm going to show you what we have for a craft to go along with our story time today. When you pick up your kit, inside, as always, will be a piece of paper with your directions on it. It shows a picture of what you're making and then what you need for supplies, some of which will be in your kit and others that you will need to find around your house, but they're all very simple things that won't be difficult for you to access. And then tells you what to do. All right, so let's try this. So first thing you're going to need is, I happen to have a milk jug, but any kind of a plastic jug with this kind of opaque plastic on it. It could be a juice container or whatever. And it's very simple to cut once you poke the hole in it. And I took this part off first just so that it'd be a little bit easier to get to the flat pieces of the jug, because that's what you need. So I cut off this piece. And then the first thing you're going to do, we're making glittery icicles, and then you can take these outside and hang them in a tree, and if you find a nice sunny spot, they'll be nice and sparkly for you with the glitter on it. So what you're then going to do is just trace an icicle shape onto your piece of plastic. Doesn't have to be anything fancy, a little bit wider at the top, skinny at the bottom, because that's how icicles are shaped. You can make it as big or as small as you want. You can make as many as you'd want, okay? So that will be the first part, and then you're going to cut it out, and just regular scissors, very easy to cut. If you need some help with this part, you can ask your big person to help you cut out your icicle shape. Very simple, okay? So I now have two icicle shapes, and I'm going to put down a piece of paper just so that I can capture all my glitter because I want to reuse it. Inside your kit you will have a pipe cleaner so that when you poke a hole in your icicle you'll have some way to hang it, and then some glitter, some silver. This is kind of a mixed color in here. There's a few different colors in here, and some blue. That'll be really pretty to make an icicle. And I just put a little bit in these cups just to make it a little bit easier to get to it, because this is a sprinkle, 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 as Josie says. Okay, so I would recommend, once you have these cut out, that you poke the hole in it first, just because otherwise you have to wait till it dries. Okay, very simple, hole punch. Now it has a hole in it. Then what you're going to do is take some white glue, and I guess technically you could use a glue stick, but I recommend the white glue. The glitter sticks a little bit better to it. And just going to put some on here. See that it looks like that. And you could just sprinkle it if you wanted to. You can take your finger and kind of smear it around a little bit if you'd like. I grabbed a paintbrush. I'm just going to move that glue around a little bit. Oh yeah. So there's lots of glue on there, so the glitter will really stick really well. And then just have fun. I love glitter. So I think I'll start with a silver, and again, just pinch with your fingers. Good way to use those little tiny pincher muscles in your fingers. Okay, and then maybe I'll put, oh, the blue is a beautiful color. Can you see it? I'm excited to have you try this. Put some blue on. And you don't have to cover the whole thing. I mean, I guess you could if you wanted to, but you might want a little bit of the icicle, plain old icicle showing through. And then some of this with lots of colors in it. Oh, this is so pretty. There we go. Okay, so now this is what it looks like. Can you see it before I shake it off? So now what I'm going to do is just pick it up and just tap it a little bit. I put a lot of glue, so a lot of the glitter stuck. Isn't that pretty? So now you're just going to take your pipe cleaner and put it right through that hole. And you could wait till it dries if you wanted to, but actually this is kind of handy because then you'll have a way to hang it up somewhere like that. And then, like I said, if you want, find a nice sunny spot out in your yard and you can hang it up on a low bush or up in the tree, or maybe off your front porch if you have one like that. And you can make as many as you want. You'll have plenty of glitter, and if you have glue, it doesn't take much. So I hope you get a chance to try this craft this week. It's a fun one. So thanks for joining me today for story time. We had some great stories, and as always, I really enjoy spending time with you. So let me know if you need a kit. All right, until next time. Bye, everybody.